Hi everyone, I'm Judy Gill. I'm a Creative Memory Independent Advisor, and I'm so glad you're with me today. Thanks for joining me. So I'm going to show you, let me turn this upside down so you can see the stuff. I'm going to try and do this really fast. Some housekeeping things before we get started. You can join my Facebook group, which is Judy's VIP Creative Memories Customers. You can actually take a screenshot of this if you'd like to. My website is, or my email is here, and this is my website. To join my Facebook group, you need to request to join it, and there I post new products, I post ideas, I post how to do things. It's a place you can share your creations, you can ask questions, you can get to meet some new friends. It's just a fun place to be. If you want to see what I have available this weekend for purchase, I have a phone somewhere that I had all that information on, and now I don't know where it's at. So at the top of your phone, you can find the albums. There's a little space at the very top of your phone that has three little lines. You can click on that, and that has albums. And then you click on the albums, and you can see all the Creative Memory albums that I have posted with the collections and the punches and the different things that I have posted on there for your shopping experience. If you're on an iPad or a regular computer, then you'll probably find that down further where it says albums and discussion, and it might say media, and if you click on media, then that's where you'll find the albums. And then you click on albums and you'll find the Creative Memory collections and whatever. If there's anything that you want, please send me a personal message or email me so I don't miss it, because I might miss it if you just post it there in that spot. If there's something you want that's not pictured anywhere, please just let me know. I may have it, or I may be able to find it for you. I have a lot of discontinued products, and I would love to help you with those things. The current products are on my website. I do have current products on the volume page in the albums as well, but you can check out my website for current products and actually order there. And Creative Memories periodically have specials. They do have a Black Friday special. I'm not sure if it will still be going on by the time you see this or not. But if not, let me know, and maybe I can help you with that too. I also do wish lists. Wish list means that you might want some things this weekend that you don't have the money to get, and that's perfectly understandable. But Christmas is coming up. Maybe your birthday's coming up. Whatever. If there's some items that you would like to have, just send me a list of those things and a list of some contact people information with someone who never knows what to get you for Christmas or for your birthday or whatever. And I can give them a call and I can say, hey, I know what Melissa wants for Christmas. Do you? And they'll go, no. Or maybe they won't. But anyway, and I even gift wrap. So that's kind of a fun thing to do, and it helps me, and it helps you get what you want, and it helps them to be able to get something that they know you're going to want too. So thanks for your patience. Now we're going to get going. What we're going to make today is this project right here. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this, but I'm also going to show you some other things too, where you're going to do this with me. But I want to show you, first off, we're going to be using the Border Maker system, and I want to show you how to use the Border Maker system. Some of you have it. Some of you have been using it for a long time. Some of you love it. If you have it, you love it. I know that. But some of you have not used it before, so I want to show you how to use it, and then I'm going to show you some different ways to use it. Now, in the Border Maker system, there's three pieces to it, and it comes with this cartridge, the fence cartridge. It comes with the cartridge container, and I apologize for my clock, it's singing to you. And then this is the main piece of the Border Maker system. So what you want to know is that this opens up, and this is magnet, so this will hold your paper. And this under here, there's a little handle right here. You lift this out. This is the bar. This is the tray that will hold the paper. So the paper, you lift this up, you put the paper in the tray, put this down, because this will hold it, remember that's magnet, and then you're going to fold this tray underneath. The only purpose of that tray is to hold the paper to be out so that you have it in the place it needs to be. Then you're going to take the cartridge and put it in the holder. And this is going to pop up when you put the cartridge in, so make sure you don't put your finger on that. And the Creative Memories side goes in the cartridge. Oops, let me move it up here. So that goes in, and this snaps up. Then there is a slot right here, that's where the paper goes, and then there's little notches here and little grooves under here. You're going to put these little pegs in the groove. When you do that, there is a notch on the tray all the way down, and there is a notch on the cartridge holder. So you're going to line those up, snap that in, and then punch. Then you will pull it out just slightly and move it down, and just keep doing that all the way down. You'll feel it click in, and you'll also see those notches line up. And some of them, when you get done, you'll have this little piece of paper. And I usually keep those because I like to use them for different things. And then I'm going to get rid of the trash here. I typically like to put a piece of paper underneath the borders when I'm cutting so that I have the paper and all I have to do is take the paper and put it in the wastebasket. But it's so much easier for you to be able to see with the black. I don't want to put something on there. Now I cut this one just a minute ago when I was doing the first demonstration that I pulled the plug and turned it off and halfway through. But anyway, so now I have two sides of it, and so I could actually use that on a page. I could just use that right there as a decoration on the page because I've got two borders here. Isn't that pretty? But I'm going to use this for something later, and we're going to do that a little bit later. So right now, we're not going to use, I'm going to move this up a little bit. I think it's a little bit too high. That's what got me in trouble last time, so I have to be careful. Okay, so I'm not going to use this now. We're going to use, we're now going to use the cutting system. The cutting system, I'm going to use the 12-inch or the 13-inch mat, which is our newest mat. We used to have a 12-inch mat, but now we have a 13-inch mat. Really makes it nice for less things. I really like my 13-inch mat. The cutting system, some of you have probably not ever seen it before. There are different patterns to the cutting system. There's ovals, there's circles, there's gemstone patterns, which has a heart and a triangle and whatever, different things. And then this is a jumbo pattern. I have several jumbo patterns, but this is the only one that's current. The ones that I have extra ones are discontinued. So and I'm going to put those in the volume albums so you can check those out and see what I have available. But the patterns all work on the same principle. They all have a track on the outside and a track on the inside. They all have 3 blades. There's a red blade, a green blade, and a blue blade. And you can see there's these pegs, and then there's a blade. And you can see the red blade is real close to the pegs. The green blade's a little bit further away, and the blue blade's even further. So they're like a 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch, whatever difference. So you put these little pegs in the track, either the outside track, and then the blade hangs out, or the inside track, and the blade hangs out. And with these 3 blades, you'll get 6 different sizes with this circle. Now I'm going to take a piece of paper, and I'm going to put it in the center of my mat. Then I'm going to put the circle, and I'm going to center that in the mat. Does that help a little bit? I'm going to take the blue blade. If you have to have both feet in the track. If you only have 1 foot in the track, this is kind of a test. If you have 1 foot in the track and you kind of move it around, you'll feel it really drag. I'm not even putting any pressure on it, but you'll feel it drag. If you put pressure on it, it's going to ruin whatever you're cutting. So you want to make sure that both feet are in the track. When both feet are in the track and you're not putting any pressure on it, it goes real easy. It moves back and forth. So when you've got it moving back and forth, you know both blades are in there, both feet are in there, then you can put pressure on it and cut it around. Now, I usually start about 11 o'clock and then work up till about 9 o'clock, then hold it, move my hand back under, and that way I'm not switching hands, I'm not switching the blade, and I'm just doing a nice smooth cut. And then I make sure that I've wiggled this, make sure it's loose before I move it, because if it's not, like sometimes it gets caught down here, I can put this back in and pick it up again. If I move this first, then I'm not going to be able to line that up. Now I'm going to keep this, and I'll show you what I'm going to do with that later. Okay? So now we have our circle cut. Now we're going to use our border maker system again, but we're just going to use this piece. I've got the arches in there that I had cut the last border with. I'm going to keep that one in there, and I'm going to use this. Then I'm going to put the paper in the cartridge, just like I did before, and I'm going to put that in all the way, center it, and then push it down. Okay? Now I'm going to line up, I'm going to turn this upside down, and I'm going to line up, let me make sure I'm telling you the right thing. Yeah, I'm going to line up this corner right here with this corner. Let me move this so you can see it. With this corner right here, I'm going to line this up with this corner. Is that right? No, I'm lining this corner up with that corner. So I'm going to slide that in. All right, and I'm putting this corner with this corner. And I want to make sure that, do you see how there is space right here? There's no paper up there. I want that to be full of paper. So I want my corners to be lined up, and I want to turn this so that I have paper in that top corner too. Is that making sense? And then I'm going to turn it and punch it this way so my paper all fall out. Then I'm going to line up this corner with this corner, and I want to make sure that this paper up here, that there's paper in that corner up there. So I'm lining up my corners. I'm turning it just slightly so that my thing is full at the top, and then I'm going to punch. And you just keep doing that, lining up those two corners, make sure that the paper is all the way to the top. Sometimes the paper does not go all the way to the top, and you have to kind of play around with it. Make sure that the paper is all the way to the top. If the paper is all the way to the top, then you'll have this all filled up with paper, and you won't have to worry about it. And you just keep lining that up all the way across. Just make sure that your corners match and that your paper is all the way to the top. And y'all with me? So this is recorded, so there's nothing I can do if you're not with me, I guess. No. Just hang in there, keep going, and if you need, just sit back and watch, and then go back and watch the video and do it again later, you can do that. And this recording is also on YouTube, so you can type in my name on YouTube, and I think it comes up. I know it does if you type in volume. I think you can type my name and it comes up, which is pretty cool. But make sure that, because I almost punched this, and that top part was not completely full, so I need to turn it just a little bit so that spot up there at the top is full paper and not empty. So I match my corner down here, and I match stuck, so now I'm going to pull that paper out, and then I got one spot left. And I just stick him in, match my corner. All right, now, for whatever reason, I do not know. Okay, I've got a piece of paper right here stuck. So I'm going to cut those out. I want to show you a couple things. Let me get rid of some of this paper. Now, when I got around here to the end and I cut out that last one, I got this little spot right here that's kind of not good. When I did the last video, I was doing a trial, and I did it, and it came out perfect. I did the very same thing that I just did with you, and it came out just perfect. So I don't know why this time it didn't, but I do know that I have a fix for it. So I'm now going to put this on here, and because I have some spots down here, I'm going to use an embellishment, and I want to put an embellishment. If I want the embellishment at the bottom, then I'm going to put that at the bottom, and you can't see it because I don't have it in the right spot. So you can see right here that that was kind of a mistake. It didn't come out just exactly right, and I don't know why, because it did on the other one. So it's just a matter of playing around with it. And so now I can take some embellishments, and I'm going to take a little tree and put right there. And I've got some more embellishments. These are from the embellishments from the Polar Lights. This is our newest collection. And I'm just going to take a couple of those. I got a tree. Maybe we'll do the winter of... And let's put another tree in here. And put my winter, and then I have that there. Now, what I was going to show you earlier was this piece right here that I cut out, that we cut, this out of. You could put that in there like that if you wanted to. That's pretty. I'm going to put that embellishment on top of that. So you could do that. That really looks nice too. But what I was going to show you was that you could take, you've got this page now, like on here, and I can put this page, this on here, and I have a 2-page spread now. You can't see the 2 pages, but this can be a 2-page spread, and I can put, I had another picture here I was going to put in there, but I have lost him. So that's, some different things you can do with it, but I really like that one. I really like that inside. So that's our craft along today. Now I want to show you some other things that, that you can do with this punch. So you can take, this one I did with the inside circle with the red blade, and I cut this one with that, and then I cut this one with the red blade as well, and I used the poinsettia punch. So I used this same cartridge idea, and I used the poinsettia punch. This is a new Christmas punch, and did the same thing with it. Just punched around just like I did the other one. So that gives you a whole different look. Some other ones that I have done, just as samples. This one used the Sandcastles border punch. This one used the pyramid keyhole, and this was what was cut from this that I put on there. And then this was the apple. So these make straight borders, but you can do rounded ones with them too. And these are, there's 2 different types of borders. One is one that stays on the page, and you have to cut it off. So that's like this one, and like the one that we did here. When you punch the border, it punches like this, and then you have to cut it to make it however wide you want it. Then there are ones that we call release punches, and this one is a release punch, and when you punch, it releases. It comes right off, and this is what you end up with. You don't have to cut it. So you can do these with the release punches as well. And this one is the mirrored triangles. Now, when I did this one, you have to cut. The microchip scissors work really well for this. You just clip these, but you want to clip right here. So you want to clip these out. And then you can put these bottoms too. Am I holding that so you can see it? And when you get all done, you'll have a border like this one, a standalone one. So that's some ways you can do that with the circle. Some other things you can do with this, well, let me show you these. These are some other ways that you can use this same sunshine circle cartridge.